Okay, let's see how we go with this. This will be an interesting one. I've already done that. Okay, wondering. I'm just gonna see how we go. What have we got? We got here Nespresso, a Nespresso paper bag. This is on the back of it with the logo. I think we're going to do this side of this. I'm going to move it around. So this is our Nespresso branded carry bag, obviously from a Nespresso store. I think, even though I don't know much about celebrities, but this one's a high profile one. George Clooney is used indeed as an advertising device for Nespresso, so I think of him, and that's what they want. Fuck. But I don't buy the product. I don't like those. If I'm going to have coffee, I prefer to have it in a coffee shop. Or if I'm going to have coffee at home, I just have instant coffee. Those coffee making machines that they have don't, for the life of me, don't last. And if they don't last, they're just bad for the planet. So if I'm going to have a coffee made in a machine, I'd much prefer to go to a coffee shop any day. And if I'm going to drink coffee at home, I drink instant coffee. Just normal powdered stuff. That just got hooked. I wonder if that turned out a treat. Yeah, so I don't like those. Make this at home grade appliances like coffee makers. I just don't trust that they're going to last long enough. So I just would rather much prefer to have it in a coffee shop or to have instant coffee. That's how I see it, folks. Now I'm going to do something more interesting. I'm going to try and decide which one we've made. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. So I'm going to probably go with the second. We're going to move this one around. But yeah, I just don't like throwaway appliances like that. So I don't buy Nespresso. So there you go. So I don't buy cheap and nasty. Well, they're not cheap, I don't think, but they're still cheap enough that they're not worth fixing if they break. People don't think about what happens when things break. People just think about, it's really silly. I really hate the way everything has become what they call design for dump. I'm sick of design for dump, folks. I really hate it. You know, I don't like it, folks. I like things that can be fixed, that can be kept, you know, that you can use for decades to come. Not just for a year and then it's no good. I mean, seriously, folks, we've got to get serious about this fucking environment, our fucking planet. I'm actually wondering if we're going to make it dual colour. So we're going to start with black and yellow. But I'm just so over this throwaway stuff. That's why I wouldn't want to buy an espresso. Actually, I'm thinking we've got some colour there. We might just keep it in normal colours. I think we're just going to keep it full colour. Perhaps maybe we could lighten it off a bit. But yeah, I just would rather spend my money on something that lasts if I can. Not always. I can't always do that, however much I wish, because everything's expensive. So let's see how we go with that. So even I struggle trying to buy things that are good. And sometimes I don't, because I just don't have the money to buy something really good quality that lasts. So I'm not perfect either, folks, but I try to eliminate some of these products from my use. Let's see how we go. Ah, shit, that's too light. It looks shit house, folks. It looks horrible. It does, it looks hideous. Just wondering if we're going to get rid of that horrible bit. That looks terrible. That part ruins the flow of the design. Let's just see if we can blow that off the edge. We can just get it off the edge of the page. And we're going to darken this exposure. We're not going to have it so damn light. So let's see, we're going to make the vertical a bit stretched. So the vertical is going to be 130. But yeah, they don't make it easy to buy good product, and it's really hard to find good products as well that you can keep for decades, like in the old days, the good old days. I'm actually wondering if maybe I'll just turn it into a negative positive for some more interest. But basically, yeah, I just wish we could design things that last and that everyone can actually afford. Let's see how this looks. But even this photocopier isn't going to last long. And what happens to products that end up not being useful, they probably would typically end up in landfill. Anyway, that looks interesting. It looks wishy-washy though. It looks shithouse. Wondering, I don't know if we're going to make it into a negative image. It looks all right. Wondering if we're going to switch it off. I don't know why I did that. Actually, I'm going to make the hue a little bit warmer, and we're just going to go to copy density, and we're going to just put it there. I think the saturation, and we didn't even have the colour balance set up as we normally would, so maybe that's partly why it's turned out so fucking wishy-washy. Occasionally I forget. But yeah, I just have instant coffee. It's good enough. Anyway, that looks really dark. It's really dark. Actually, I actually think I like it, actually. It looks quite nice. So I'm thinking that's going to be the centre. Yeah, it's an interesting dark image we've created. But yeah, I would rather just get off. Yeah, instant coffee is okay. It's not the greatest, but I do like it. I do prefer Nescafe, but at the moment I bought some, got some Coles branded coffee. It tastes a bit bitter. I think Nescafe would have been a better choice to buy. Let's see how we go with this. Okay, let's see how we go. Okay, let's see what we have. So I'll just push those away. This is all curling again. I think this wet weather is causing the paper to curl extra because of the fucking humidity. We've been getting loads of rain over the past few days, or couple of days, since Thursday, which is good because we're in the middle of a drought. Australia's in a drought, or at least I know New South Wales is in the middle of a drought and we need fucking rain. Yeah. Just wondering if that's going to be like that, or we're going to make that the centre of the job. I don't know. I'm going to just switch it around. I'm going to play Switcheroo, folks. Sorry to be a little bit whatever. So we're just playing Switcheroo to make probably an even better piece, even though the paper's curled like fuck. Unfortunately, I can't touch the corners together like I'd want to. It's a little bit fiddly. Yeah, and I'm nudging that one because there's just no way I can work out where to position them. So I'm not going to get too fussed, but yeah, that looks quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.